Images in motion. Bright colors splashed across this majestic canvas. Men challenging each other to discover the limits of human fortitude. A 1,000-mile journey from the fog-shrouded rolling coastline of Northern California, across the High Sierra, then onto the jagged Colorado Rockies, where man and machine are pitted in a fierce struggle with the elements and each other, and where only the fittest and bravest cyclists can wear the mantle of champion. This is the Coors International Bicycle Classic, the premier cycling race in America. 77 world-class riders, including top pros and Olympians, began last Monday in San Francisco. All are shooting for the overall victory when the race concludes next Sunday in Boulder, Colorado. Today on ESPN, the first week of action here in the Coors International Bicycle Classic. It all began last Monday in San Francisco with the Prologue time trial, an 0.8 of a mile uphill course to determine the first race leader. For Davis Finney, this was an opportunity to prove he was back after a horrific crash in April, in which he needed 120 stitches to close gashes in his face. This was not a course tailor-made for Finney. He is a sprinter who prefers the fast, flat stages. Finney originally began cycling when he saw the Coors Classic run through Boulder. He won a bronze medal in the 1984 Olympics. Although this course wasn't flat, it benefited Finney's tremendous power. He crossed the line with the best time yet. But the real favorite here in San Francisco was Finney's teammate, Ron Kiefel. He's won the Prologue time trial on the Coors Classic 4 times. In fact, since the Classic moved the Prologue course to Telegraph Hill, Kiefel has never been beaten. A native Coloradoan, Kiefel won an Olympic bronze medal back in 1984. He has been a top pro with Team 7-Eleven. Unlike Finney's raging style, Kiefel was more controlled, much smoother. But Kiefel's time was not as good as Davis Finney's. Perhaps the greatest challenge to the juggernaut of Team 7-Eleven was Alexei Graywall. He was the 1984 Olympic gold medalist, who since has had an up-and-down career as a pro.
Wearing number 23, all he did was win the gold medal in the 1984 Olympic Games, Alexei Graywall.
Riding below was Andy Hampsten, Team 7-Eleven's leader. Hampsten won the Tour of Italy in May, the first American ever to do so. Although Hampsten is both a climber and a time trialer, he was worn out by the Tour of France, in which he finished 15th. Hampsten said before the Classic that he would not be in top form here, but he is a rider who does his best when least expected to. At the top, Hampsten's time was good, but as predicted, not good enough to win. And so it was Davis Finney on the victory stand. He would wear the first race leader's jersey. The following day, the Classic packed up and moved down the street within the shadow of the Golden Gate, the Presidio, home of the 6th Army. This was the site of Stage 1, a 75-mile race over a 3.3-mile circuit. Ron Kiefel of Team 7-Eleven was in one of the early breakaways. But the winning ticket was for his teammate, Jeff Pierce, who sped away alone only a few miles from the finish in an intense final effort. Pierce finished second in the Coors Classic last year and was considered by some 7-Eleven's main trump card this time around. He certainly lived up to that billing today in the Presidio, winning the second Coors Classic stage of his career. Although the leader's jersey had changed hands, it remained all in the family, solidly in the possession of the red and green 7-Eleven machine. Hello, everybody. I'm Phil Stone. As expected, the 1988 Coors International Bicycle Classic is being dominated by the pros of 7-Eleven. Now we are here in the Sierra Nevada, Squaw Valley, California, where the mountains and the long road racing will help determine the overall winner of this classic. With 7-Eleven strong in every field of racing, the question is, can anybody challenge Team 7-Eleven?
Okay.
Oakland, California for Stage 2, a circuit race around Lake Merritt. And this is not a cycling star of years past, but Joe Morgan, the baseball star. He's a Bay Area native who combined power and speed in his heyday. Tonight he'll start the racers on their way, a journey at speeds approaching 45 miles an hour. Joe Morgan has obviously seen circuit races like this one. Around the lake, just a 3.3-mile loop, a race featuring a tightly bunched pack, an adventure requiring skilled bike handling, anticipation, and sheer speed. The men who win races like this are fearless, the daredevils of cycling. This is not Andy Hampston's type of race. The slender Boulder rider became the first American to win the Tour of Italy thanks to his mountain skills. This race is completely flat, but Hampston is feeling good, and he knows if he can get away early, then his chances of moving into the race lead are good. So he goes into overdrive and sets his sights on the front.
Move faster. There you go.
A windy night in Oakland and a fast race. Hampston passing everyone en route to the front. Sometimes your car goes this fast. Glenn Sanders after Hampston as well. Team Crest alive at the front. But Andy Hampston, a man with ambition on this night. And Craig Schomer of the U.S. Olympic team figures, maybe he knows something. So the California native joins Hampston, and their shared ambitions can work together at the front. The coaches say Schomer is a rocket, and tonight he is full of jet fuel, leaving everybody else in his wake, blasting down the final straightaway. The man on the right, Craig Schomer, a surprise winner, claiming his first Coors Classic stage victory.
California, born in Oakland, we understand. Winner of this bike race, USA Olympian Craig Schomer. Craig, what a great
Andy Hampston's ambitions are rewarded too. He's the overall race leader. The only challenge coming now from the U.S. Olympians. In 1984, the USA enjoyed its best Olympic cycling effort ever. Many of those riders now form the nucleus of the 7-Eleven Pro team, the giant in American cycling. The challenge for a new group of Olympians is to match that success of 1984. But when the squad was chosen in Spokane, Washington earlier this month, the reaction to some of the names was, who are these guys? And when the Coors Classic began in San Francisco, it appeared as if Team 7-Eleven would dominate. They won the first two stages. Now, though, the Olympians are demonstrating they are a force to be reckoned with. It's a classic situation, the underdogs taking on the mighty 7-Eleven machine. Top gun in the 7-Eleven arsenal, Andy Hampston, overall leader in this race. He didn't compete in the '84 Olympics. He has become the most successful professional from the class of '84. And Ron Kiefel has added pro victories for 7-Eleven to his Olympic bronze medal. And the gold medalist from the '84 games, Alexei Greywall of Team Crest, is as competitive as they come. They aren't about to let the Craig Schomers of cycling ride away with anything, especially now that he's tasted success. That victory has made stars of the Olympians, and they are enjoying their now adoring public. When was the last autograph any of them signed?
Gentlemen, on the sound of the pistol, riders ready.
Stage number 3, the Sonoma Coastal Race. A long day in the saddle, a day that starts in the Northern California town of Santa Rosa. 103 miles with more than 5,000 feet of climbing as the field will pass through forest land and mountains that drop down to the famed California Pacific Coast Highway. First road race in this 1988 Classic. And it's Bob Roll leading the rollout after several laps around downtown Santa Rosa. A team's job is to protect its red jersey, so race leader Hampsten is accompanied by Ron Kiefel. This apparently a day for the 7-Elevens to maintain. Let someone else be the aggressor. And who would that be? Watch the stars and stripes on the right. Another Olympian, Gavin O'Grady, senses lethargy in the pack and decides to shake things up. There are hills to climb today, and Todd Gogolski wants them in front. Soon he joins O'Grady, and now it's two amateurs showing the way. Together they ride, taking turns at the front, sharing the work. O'Grady in front, Gogolski on his wheel. Through some of the most beautiful scenery and coastal fog, and our breakaways are first to ride through it. They like the cool day they could do without the low visibility and slick roads. O'Grady and Gogolski, they were competitors for spots on the Olympic team. O'Grady is an alternate. For Gogolski, there'll be no Olympics. Today, for 84 miles, they ride in front of the pack together, putting 5 minutes on the field. But now trouble. Gogolski has a flat tire. A team car is there quickly, and a wheel change is executed in just a matter of seconds. All the while, O'Grady gaining ground. But after a push to get back on the road, the man they call Gogo is back in pursuit of his breakaway companion. Santa Rosa, Hampsten can disregard the breakaway no more. Hours ago, O'Grady and Gogolski were no-hopers. Now the Olympian is the race leader on the road. Jeff Pierce also concerned, and he picks up the pace. Just a matter of time into Santa Rosa, and O'Grady in front. No one is saying, who are those guys now? As for the winner, well, see for yourself what a supreme effort he has managed and is now paying for.
You did it, man! All right!
You got 2 calls here? Yeah. We got them.
2 amateur victories in a row. Schomer and now O'Grady. Andy Hampsten still the race leader. O'Grady closing in, Pierce second. It's a 7-Eleven team. Andy Hampsten likes red.
Number 1 in your hearts, number 1 in the results right now. Ladies and gentlemen, race leader, Andrew Hampsten.
And up ahead, the mountains.
Early morning. Mist hanging lazily over time-worn hills. A small town is awakened with an unfamiliar sound.
Good morning, Sonoma. Get ready. You've got 105 miles of
racing for the riders, but for you, a misty morning here in Sonoma Plaza. They'll finish in Sacramento over 4 hours from now, and people are gathering, people are getting ready. On Trinity Grade, on Cardiac Hill. Riders to the line, please. Riders to the line.
After the start line, the riders will amble through the vineyards of Sonoma, climb up the steep slopes of Trinity Summit at 1,700 feet. Just a speed bump on their way to Sacramento before descending into the flatlands in the heat of California's Central Valley.
Watch on your right to Sacramento. Riders ready, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Coors Classic is underway. We will see them 5 times.
Misty mornings may hold romance for some, but for bicycle racers, they represent tremendous danger. For Doug Smith, the only cyclist ever to appear on a box of Wheaties, there can be no romantic notions now. But today, the cyclists must contend with more than just nature. The enchanting beauty of a road less traveled. But if you're riding on 2 wheels, the enchantment is fleeting. 10 miles outside of Sonoma, 6 riders emerge from the fog. The brake was on. Roy Nickman was the instigator of this first breakaway. And he quickly pulled away. For the Swiss team, there was no waiting around to make repairs. Spilling into the arid valley, the caravan rode into the cauldron of Central California.
Schwinn would like to advance to the break. Go on up, Schwinn. 7-11, you cover my rider. And 4.
Riding in the pack is difficult, but riding behind it is even harder.
About 4 minutes from the group. If he gets to 7-11, they'll play him as a 7-11 player. Okay? You gonna catch? You guys are almost 10 minutes behind. He will not catch by himself. He wants to know what's going on. I know, this is like pokey pokey.
9 minutes. Dutch will work with you. As soon as you start to chase, they'll chase. You've got to talk Swin into chasing because they've got a guy who's in trouble. And USA will chase as soon as you started going. 9 minutes, you got to organize. As soon as you start chasing, all the Dutch guys and tell them to go. Smith has got to go, McCormick's got to go, Engelman has got to go. You guys have all got to start going the train now. You ready? As soon as you go, the Dutch will start working with you.
Alexi Graywall is the rider coach of the Crest team. He knew that if this group rode together, they could catch the pack. Perhaps only a rider of Graywall's ilk could organize such a chase and then have the gall to sprint to the head of the pack. Ahead, the 6 men who had broken away increased their lead. Still led by the incessant effort of Roy Nickman, the gap was now 5 minutes and 19 seconds. Nickman was once the golden boy of American cycling. It was once said Nickman was as talented as Tour de France winner Greg LeMond. In 1984, Nickman won an Olympic bronze medal. Since turning pro, it has been an up-and-down career for Roy Nickman. And this year's Tour de France, he suffered horribly before quitting. Today, he is riding better than he has in months.
The leader, Nickman, all alone at 2 minutes 55, the chase group. And it is
6 minutes 50 between Nickman and the field.
Nickman was now all alone, facing the wind without any shield. The ultimate effort in bicycle racing. Behind, 5 men could not do what Nickman alone was doing. They were engulfed by the hard-charging pack. Sacramento, the state capital, and Nickman's final goal.
The motorcycles are in sight. The winner is going to be Roy Nickman, 23 years old from Boulder, Colorado. An Olympian in 1984, a professional for the 7-Eleven cycling team. He's in sight. He's getting ready for the hands in the air victory salute. Ladies and gentlemen, Roy Nickman.
The battle behind was now for second place. And as the pack rode through the streets of the state capitol, the sprinters jockeyed for position.
Sacramento. Roy Nickman's in the clubhouse. His victory secure. His spot on the podium is ready for him. Who will be the best of the rest? His 7-11 teammates, including Davis Finney, heading to the finish line right now. They're all together. Who will be the winner? It's Finney. It's Craig Schaller. It's Finney. Davis Finney and Craig Schaller, the U.S. Olympian. Second and third to join Roy Nickman atop the podium for our awards.
We've sort of decided not to flex so much muscle and play it a little bit smarter. And it's great that these other young riders, being aggressive, go out there and hammer. Once I was out there and I realized I'm putting time on a group chasing me, I got really motivated. And then I decided, well, yeah, I think I'll be an O'Grady hammerhead, time trialist type guy, and really put it to him,
O'Grady hammerhead? Well, in any language, Nickman was tremendous. And take a look. He won it over Davis Finney, Craig Schumer, Roland Gunther, and Michael Zanoli. And the overall leaders, it still belongs to Andy Hampsten, Glenn Sanders, and Gavin O'Grady close behind. 4 hours of racing, and the riders' work was not yet done. Coming up, cobblestones, crashes, and chaos. Sacramento, a throwback to a quieter, simpler time. Tonight, these old cobbled streets bear witness to a very modern kind of chaos. A man who knows more about that chaos than probably anybody else is my colleague, Jonathan Boyer.
Now, what's unique about the Coors Classic is that it combines road races with criteriums. Now, criteriums are short races with a lot of turns, and they're highly dangerous. Tonight especially, because of the cobbles. Now, if I was racing a race like this tonight, the only thing that would be going through my mind would be survival.
Criteriums have been a feature of the Coors Classic since the beginning. They bring pageantry and spectacle to thousands of spectators. One year, they even held a criterium in a building. The attractions here, speed, turns, and a special kind of theater. Danger is a constant element. Many of the heroes have been found in these races. Some riders dread the criteriums, others thrive on them. The thrill and excitement of the turns, short bursts of energy, the constant changing from braking, turning, and accelerating. It takes a certain type of rider that can go into a criterium knowing all the risks and speed involved and still love it. Then you have the ones that are hanging on for dear life, being whipped around and waiting for this criterium train to finally come to a stop.
Tonight's course, 25 laps over a short 1.4-mile circuit. Back in the 1800s, when the Pony Express began here in Old Sacramento, speed was of the utmost importance. Tonight, that philosophy still exists.
Ready and go.
For the second time today, The riders, as they say, go back on the rivet. Criteriums allow cycling fans to get more than just a glimpse of their heroes. Why do they call them criteriums? Well, it comes from the French word meaning circuit. These are real tests of athletic ability, but they are short and also spectacular in nature. The old Sacramento criterium started as expected, fast and furious. With 15 laps to go, a breakaway formed. 7 riders led by Andy Hampsten. The riders worked together effectively, and the 7 men pulled away from the pack. As the sun set over the Central Valley, everyone awaited the finish with anticipation. Rob Harmeling of the Dutch Olympic team broke away from the pack to chase the leaders. Over the cobblestones they flashed as the course began to take its toll, this time on a Colombian amateur, unused to this kind of exercise. Harmeling continued his assault on the breakaway ahead. With about 10 laps to go, the breakaway lapped the field, and suddenly, instead of a 7-man finish, it would be a massive pack sprint. The first man who began to accelerate was West German Roland Gunther of Team Wheaties. He was wheel to wheel with Davis Finney. Gunther had taken a great risk, and he had lost. And then it was almost a storybook finish, as the man who won here twice before and 16 Coors Classic criteriums in his career again crossed the finish line, arms held high. But the overall lead still remained in the firm grasp of Andy Hampsten, a hero to cycling fans here in old Sacramento. And perhaps the most significant aspect of this race thus far, 7-Eleven dominating 4 of the top 5 spots. Tomorrow, it's on to higher altitudes.
It's a marathon stage, longest in the Classic. Nevada City through the mountains to the Olympic Village in Squaw Valley. More than 11,000 feet of climbing.
A huge send-off. Our honorary starter once again, Chief of Police Mel McDougall. On the sound of the whistle, gentlemen, riders ready. We're underway. The Coors International.
Nevada City is a quiet little town. A stark contrast to the war to be fought on the road today. 11,000 feet of climbing, a day for the brain to tell complaining legs, keep going. 7-Eleven Captain Andy Hampsten conferring with his lieutenant, but there's a joker listening in. Team Crest leader Alexei Greywall in the green helmet, doing well up front, but his team has trouble behind. It's Glenn Sanders with mechanical problems. They make his physical problem, tendinitis, all the more frustrating. He packs it in. His race is over. But carrying the team banner on a flyer, a solo attack from Rishi Grewal, Alexi's little brother. They say he's more physically talented than Alexi, but he's yet to show it in this race. Rishi didn't make the Olympic team. He'd like to show everyone what he's made of. This is the best way to do it. His brother Alexi, at war with 7-Eleven, the team he once rode for, now has a family affair going. And the pack is slow to react. Two reasons why. Nature and tactics. The hot sun will do its own job, weakening Rishi Grewal. More importantly, he is 53 minutes behind the race leader. He will not win this bike race, so why waste energy chasing him? Soon enough, Grewal is a casualty of his ambition. Jeff Pierce sees the crest rider wavering all over the road, passes him, never looking back. Now Jeff Pierce is a rider who can win the Classic, and his move will not go unanswered, especially by Alexi Grewal. Everywhere you go, I'll go, says Alexi. And with two other riders, the race locomotive is now a four-man breakaway, including some real contenders. Like this man, a Colombian climber named Pablo Wilches. Sure, he's 11 minutes behind overall, but in the mountains, minutes can evaporate just like that. Grewal and Wilches, two lightning rods aimed at the 7-Eleven armor. The challenge for the day comes now. And finally, a response from the pack. Dangerous riders like Grewal and Wilches will not be allowed to get away. And the pursuit claims a victim.
Holy shit.
Just want to make sure that Jim Ingram is okay and not hurt. Okay, we don't have anybody moving around yet, Beth. He is waving, though. I guess we're getting the okay.
The rider's support car off the road. And now the driver scrambling up the hill. He is okay. But his bike and his car will not resume this race. Up ahead, Pablo Wilches and company are ready for lunch. But this is no leisurely meal. And there are no Wheaties in the Wheaties man's bag. Grewal riding in front of Jeff Pierce. Since Pierce's 7-Eleven team leads the race, he won't help Grewal make up even 1 second. Minutes behind, the 7-Eleven engine is pulling the pack closer. Steeda in purple, Davis Finney, and Ron Kiefel in the U.S. Pro Champion blue and white jersey. They are under orders. Catch Grewal, who along with the breakaway now enjoys just a 40-second lead. Jeff Pierce in the back still getting a free ride. The downside of the 7-Eleven effort is that by pulling the pack, they also bring enemies to the front. Men like Alvaro Mejia of Colombia, the best young rider. So Andy Hampston chases him. And for the two chasers, it is now lunchtime. Table for two. In the rolling chess game that is cycling, a team rider like Ron Kiefel is designated to pull his team leader to the front. So the 7-Eleven effort, the team train, charges down the tracks full speed ahead. And yet another Crest 7-Eleven challenge. Peter Davis with Jeff Pierce. And 7-Eleven's leader back in the pack. Is surrounded by his troops. They are driven now just miles from the finish, trying to get Hampston to Squaw Valley before someone else takes the red jersey. Now the second part of the team tactics. Jeff Pierce, who rested, has all kinds of energy to sprint home with another Colombian. Pierce charges across the line with his second stage win. And when the pack comes in, there were two 7-Eleven riders at the front, close enough to guard their colored jerseys. Steeda in purple, Hampsten in red.
Africa, USA.
Hampsten still in the race lead, and it's all 7-Eleven, 4 of the top 5.
Stand up there, Ollie.
An unbiased observer gives Alexi Graywall his reward for the day.
To Alexi Graywall, ladies and gentlemen.
The most aggressive rider.
Racer. The Coors Extra Andy Hampsten.
And Andy Hampsten, whose strong team made aggression unnecessary, keeps the red race leader's jersey.
Andy just gained another 5 seconds today.
Andy Hampsten, race leader.
The Olympic rings of Squaw Valley, California, site of the 1960 Olympic Games. What better place for Ron Kiefel to catch up on what is happening around the world? Alvaro Mejia, third place overall behind Andy Hampsten. He is set to go, as is Roy Nickman and Alexi Graywall. But that tranquil atmosphere was to be short-lived. Tom Brosnowski of Team Wheaties made the first break from the pack. It proved to be a foolish breakaway, much too early, as the pack was just approaching the serene beauty of Lake Tahoe. The pack now beginning to move up on Brosnowski. As they approach the summit of Spooner Pass, it was still Brosnowski, but the 7-Eleven team was close behind. The descent of Spooner Pass at speeds approaching 60 miles an hour. Alexi Graywall, he has been very impressive across the mountaintops of the High Sierra. And now as they spill down into Virginia City, and now the decisive breakaway, Garrett DeVries. And he was followed by 7-Eleven's Davis Finney. But as they approach the finish line in Reno, for Finney, his 4th stage victory here in 1988, his 20th career stage victory, and his first road victory ever. Later that night, the riders would have to again muster enough energy to take part in the 30-mile Reno Criterium. And danger was a constant companion. The man who finished second earlier in the day, Garrett DeVries, is down. As they approached the finish line, the sprint was on, and Roland Gunther of Team Wheaties, who 2 days earlier crashed in the old Sacramento Criterium, rode to victory. So for the first time in 4 days, Andy Hampsten is not atop the overall leaderboard, but 7-Eleven is all alone.
Step back over here behind the trucks.
You girls better move. Get over here.
Another day on the Coors Classic, but tempers seem unusually short. SWAT teams are an uncommon sight on the Coors Classic. But today is an uncommon day here in Grand Junction, Colorado. The normal festive atmosphere at the starting line is replaced by an eerie silence. For on this morning, only a few yards behind these trees is the courthouse. This is where the action is taking place this morning.
Good afternoon, I'm Libby Jackson. The hostage situation began around 10 o'clock, just about 50 yards away from the start and finish line of the Coors Classic bike race. KQIL's Ed Lewis is at the courthouse and has the details on this morning's happenings. Ed?
Yes, Libby, the standoff still continues. It began, as you mentioned, about 10 o'clock this morning. What took place was Kevin Firth was being taken into the courtroom for a pre-motions hearing.
As the starting time approached, it appeared at this stage the most spectacular in the Coors Classic might be in jeopardy because of the hostage takeover of the Grand Junction courthouse.
Okay, at about 10 o'clock this morning, we had a gentleman take hostage in the district court office, and at that time, he had an accomplice with him, it appears, that slipped him a couple of semi-automatic handguns.
One man who saw it all, the judge who was about to hear the rape charge against the gunman.
Well, when I ran into the defendant, he was armed with an automatic pistol, and obviously it was chaotic, and yeah, it was dangerous, of course.
We're hoping to keep everything on the Coors Classic going on schedule. We had a little difficulty in trying to secure the south side of the courthouse where the starting for the Classic is, and if we can't secure it properly, then we will ask that maybe it be postponed for as short a time as we can, or maybe move it. I don't know. We're really up in the air about that right now.
As the start time approached, bewildered riders were being ordered away by Grand Junction police. With the gunman holding the Coors Classic temporarily hostage, race organizers had to scramble.
Well, I mean, I can't really speak for Grand Junction Police Department.
What's your job? When we start to assemble, we're gonna commandeer this street. Go across the street, get the cones, bring them to this side of the street. Do not allow any traffic except team vehicles and official vehicles down on this street, okay? We're gonna start to assemble both caravans on this street right now, okay?
And you think that the rest of the course can be set up in time for the comeback, then we can do that. But I would prefer actually to just say right now that this is it.
Well, I agree.
Well, one man who never says this is it is Michael Eisner, race director of the Coors Classic.
Okay.
Can you just briefly tell us what's happened before and what's going on now?
I mean, it's the most bizarre thing that's ever happened to us. We have a hostage that is in the courthouse, a series of hostages, number of them, that have been taken by some guy on some issue. We don't even know what the situation is. He claims that he's got the courthouse wired up with explosives. The courthouse sits right on our course. They're not allowing us back into the area, of course, to get our equipment out, so we have refabricated a starting and finishing area a block away from the main location. It's the best we can do under the circumstances.
Once the riders finally got together, they had much to think about. With the hostage situation behind them, and ahead, the lunar-like setting that is the Tour of the Moon. And so, after all the excitement, it was just after 1 o'clock p.m. that the action got underway. But with the real challenge up ahead, the pack was in no hurry. The main protagonist, Alexei Graywall, the principal man to challenge the 7-Eleven team, which dominated the first week of the Coors Classic. The Tour of the Moon is traditionally 2 laps of a serpentine 83-mile circuit, which features sheer cliffs, 2,000 feet straight down the edge of the road. towering spires formed millions of years ago will serve as the backdrop for this, the most dramatic of the stages in the Coors Classic. But today, the race would only be 80 miles long because of the relocated finish in Grand Junction. Rishi Graywall, Alexi's younger brother and Colombian star Pablo Wilches, forced the early pace to make sure that their rivals on the 7-Eleven team would have no time to relax. The first man to break away was Colombia's Pablo Wilches. He was quickly joined by 9 other riders, including Alexi Graywall. Sitting in 5th place in the overall standings, Graywall closely watched by 7-Eleven's Andy Hampston. Hampston had lost the race leader's jersey just 2 days earlier in Sparks, Nevada. Hampston, who won the stage last year, controlled this early break. He knew he had a chance to regain his race leader's jersey if this breakaway succeeded. But 25 miles into the race, the breakaway was being caught by the pack. Taking advantage of breakneck speeds, there was an immediate counterattack in the descent. 2 riders were away, and when we return, we'll find out if they made it. In the 14 years of the Coors Classic, the Tour of the Moon has been the site of many electrifying moments. Today, Alan McCormick will try and write still another chapter in this storied tradition. But behind, Roy Nickman doesn't much care about tradition. He's here to paint the road red and green. Just a day away from his 30th birthday, McCormick was showing these youngsters that experience could be more important than a strong pair of legs. He and Nickman worked in harmony, riding the second ascent all alone, perhaps sensing that it would only be a matter of time before the Colombians, led by Pablo Wilches, who had yet to win a stage, would make their move. For McCormick, he was trying to keep alive a string that has produced one stage victory in every Coors he has entered. But the news he was getting was not encouraging. The climbing Colombians were closing fast. Leaving the climbs, the chase continued. But Wilches and Camargo knew they were battling not only McCormick and Nickman, they were running out of race course. The pack finally began to react to the breakaway. Nickman, once the golden boy of American cycling, raced alongside Greg LeMond last year in Europe. This year, he chose to return to America and ride with 7-Eleven. Our 2 leaders, McCormick and Nickman, have now been away for more than 50 miles. It says Leprechaun on McCormick's frame, but he'll need more than a shamrock if he is to outsprint Nickman. For the leaders, the mountains are behind them. But now the winds and the flats will serve as obstacles. Behind, 7-Eleven blocked the chase to ensure that Nickman would stay away. But that tactic also played into Alan McCormick's hands. He knew he was a better sprinter than Nickman.
It is Nickman, Roy Nickman. It's Alan McCormick. McCormick has taken the lead. McCormick gets his stage victory. His annual stage win.
Team Wheaties and 7-Eleven have a very unusual relationship. They seem to work together at times to help 7-Eleven fend off the gray wall camp of Team Crest. Today, one ponders, did Nickman repay a debt? The Colombians crossed the line 3 minutes and 38 seconds behind McCormick.
It's Holland, it's not Davis
Finney. Jeff Pierce, who has 2 stage wins already this year, had a miserable day. He fell on the second descent.
This guy out here.
For Davis Finney, the media attention was welcomed. He retained the points leader jersey. And it was his effort that allowed teammate Alex Steeda to hold on to his red race leader's jersey. The standings don't lie. 7-Eleven has Alexi Graywall surrounded. But the story was not yet over. Later that night, a breakthrough in the hostage situation. The gunman freed the last of his 3 captives. As dawn came, the tension finally eased. An exhausted SWAT team had done its job. Local police, after a 20-hour siege, could finally relax. The gunman, 30-year-old Kevin Firth, gave himself up, ending a drama that residents and race fans of Grand Junction, Colorado would not soon forget. Next stop for the Coors Classic, the village of Aspen.
Let's give these riders a big send-off. Riders ready, go! Come on, Aspen, crank it up!
As has been the case in past circuit races through Aspen, the pace was fast and furious from the start. After only 9 laps, the decisive break formed. Alan McCormick and Davis Finney in yellow. Immediately, the pack reacted, led by prodigal son Alexi Graywall and his Crest team. The 2 men ahead forged on, opening an impressive 1-minute lead. McCormick and Finney worked together perfectly, alternating the 1-2 spots to conserve energy. Alan McCormick is an Irishman whose specialty is this kind of course. He's won 5 Coors Classic stages in his career. A man who desperately wanted to win here was Alexi Graywall, but time was running out. The dominance of 7-Eleven was again taking an emotional toll on the Graywall brothers.
The field is at 40 seconds, 4-0.
For Davis Finney, he was living this moment in all its intensity. With 300 yards to go, Finney sprinted away from McCormick.
Stage number 3, and you did most of the work in the breakaway.
Well, no, Alan worked really hard, and we just went as hard as we could. You know, sometimes you get in the situation where you just have to put everything on the line, and I did. I think I wasted probably the whole Crest team, which was, you know, for us, my team had to do nothing but sit back. Lexi just had his team sitting out laps and then taking pulls, so, you know, if that's the way they got to race, that's the way they got to race. But I still think I probably did some good damage to them, and hopefully my guys will just toast them tomorrow.
For Finney, his 4th stage win, but more importantly, Team 7-Eleven stayed firmly in control with Steeda, the overall leader. Today's course will be the hardest day of climbing in the 1988 Coors Classic, taking the riders up to Independence Pass, the highest point on the Classic's route. Then the riders will make a loop of Turquoise Lake before climbing Fremont Pass and coming to the finish line on Copper Mountain.
Bright sunny skies accompany the start in Aspen. The riders hope the day isn't too hot. The race course alone will offer enough of a challenge today. Who's feeling frisky? Who hasn't recovered yet from yesterday's miles? Better to burn their legs off here before they do it to you in the mountains. Say hello to the Aspen Forest. And now we know where the name of the town came from. In honor of the landmark, the first break of the day, and it includes the red race leader jersey of Alex Steeda. Early breakaways frequently go unanswered, and that's the case with this one. In no time at all, there's a 2-minute, 20-second gap between the leaders and the pack. But soon Steeda is in trouble, and inroads are being made on the jersey. He's fallen back, and Alexi Graywall, who's been fighting 7-Eleven through 3 states, is on the prowl. Today he has help. Michael Carter of the Crest team, who Coach Graywall tells, "Come on, Mike, you take up the struggle for a while." And the breakaway chugs up to its date with 12,000 feet. To the highest point of this bike race. Behind the leaders, Alex Steeda is suffering on the climb. This isn't his kind of race. He's 4 minutes, 30 seconds back. Up ahead in the breakaway, there is a new leader on the road. It is Andy Hampston, another member of the 7-Eleven juggernaut.
Only the most capable climbers were now on the lead group, riding through the glacial air that permeates this altitude. As they approached the barren, windswept summit of Independence Pass, the group splintered. As expected, it was Team 7-Eleven that remained firmly in control. The leaders had crested the summit, and for them, the descent had begun. Alexi Graywall, who had fallen back at the summit, was taking great risks in the high-speed descent to catch the leaders. Behind, the pack continued up the pass road. Since all the major teams had riders in the breakaway, the chase was not very spirited. Graywall's risk paid dividends. He soon caught the leaders and immediately went about organizing the resistance to Team 7-Eleven. Graywall's problem, his teammate Michael Carter was 25 seconds behind. He had to find some way to convince his newfound Colombian allies to wait if this resistance was going to work. But even with a valiant effort from Carter, could Graywall break the 7-Eleven grip? That remained to be seen. Facing the wind all alone, his Latin rock star haircut waving in the breeze, Wilches had but his thoughts and the road rushing below him to keep him company. Behind, Graywall was less concerned with Wilches up ahead than with Hampsten behind.
Atención Colombia, aquí RCN registra una nueva victoria del ciclismo colombiano. 4 horas 35 minutos 42 segundos. Comienzan.
All of Colombia would soon hear by radio of Wilches' win at Copper Mountain. This would be the first stage win for the South Americans.
Hold it.
On this day, the real battle was behind, as it often is in bicycle racing. Only Davis Finney, here in yellow, could threaten Alex Steeda's leadership. And that's something he was not prepared to do.
And Andy Hampsten on the inside.
I purposely didn't get second, so I wouldn't take the 20-second bonus and be ahead of Alex. You know, that's not what I'm trying to do. He's the leader, and that's all there is to it.
Actually, Davis, no, that isn't all there is to it. See, you got a 20-second bonus anyway for finishing third, despite your noble intentions. And so Finney, for years the crowd favorite, was now also the race leader. For Alexi Graywall, an edge had definitely set in.
It's not really even realistic that I can beat them. Obviously, I try, give it my best, but, you know.
How frustrating is it?
I'm not frustrated at all. Why the hell should I be frustrated? I'm having a good time. I'm healthy. I'm as strong as I've been in years. I'm having a great time. No, I'm not frustrated. I didn't expect to beat them.
The riders will need all the nourishment they can get today because we're just outside Boulder for the Morgul-Bismarck road race. A day to make sure everything is right, because this is a championship course. Sweep up the road. because the riders will be all over it today. And who are the main players today? 7-Eleven, and why are they smiling? Because it's just another day at the office for the team in control of this race. As always, Alexei Graywall will be most aggressive. He has won at Morgul-Bismarck, and at 2 minutes 20 seconds behind, he's looking to challenge Davis Phinney today. Phinney has not won Morgul-Bismarck. They used to say he was just a sprinter, but no more. Today, we find out.
6 laps to go, 4 laps to go, and 2 laps to go. Take them out sprints.
It's a 13.2-mile course. They will go more than 100 miles. And as always, there's an early breakaway. No shade on this course. It is relentlessly attacking on the riders. They will drink water all day. And riders like Mike Engelman of the Wheaties Schwinn team, who gets away early, can only hope the others are just as tired. Now the definitive breakaway. They were as many as 10 minutes ahead, then 8, then 6, then 5. Mike Engelman, a rider who likes to get away alone up front, is riding with the others because no one can go it alone on Morgul-Bismarck. Todd Gogolski of Team Crest pulling the chasers along, trying to bring his team closer. And the red jersey of Davis Phinney secure in the pack. Graywall now pushing up the climb with Gogolski in his wake. Hampsten is right behind as well. Jasjit Graywall, Alexei's father, watches, hoping his son has enough. But it will not be enough because Mike Engelman is the rider who climbs the wall alone to another solo victory. Team Wheaties Schwinn obviously ate enough today.
What a ride! Escaping from the grip of chasers, nipping at his heels. Mike Engelman is straight away to win the Morgul-Bismarck.
Phinney comes in fourth. He holds on to the red race leader's jersey. And for Alexei Graywall, a superhuman effort against the most powerful team. But it has gotten him nowhere. And Davis Phinney has faced his toughest ride.
And the king of the mountain.
Yeah, I guess I'd say so. I mean, when you have to protect the lead, which I never was really protecting until today. But look at this has been a really good race, really competitive race, and you know, I think 7-Eleven has ridden a tremendous race, and I think Crest has ridden a tremendous race, and you know, it's been really enjoyable, but it's not over. Until it's over.
A really great effort is a really great effort. That's all there is to it. These guys did a great job. They've done a great job the whole way. We're the second best team in the United States. 7-Eleven is one of the best teams in the world. So, you know, these guys are good.
When did you guys decide to attack?
3 weeks ago.
How about today's race?
3 weeks ago.
One more day for Graywall to attack. Davis Phinney with the points leader jersey and the red race leader jersey, firmly in control of the Coors Classic with 1 day to go. After stage 14, Davis Phinney, Andy Hampsten, Alex Steeda, it's all 7-Eleven. saw Katrin Tobin win the final women's stage, and today we saw crashes in the men's stage. And then we saw Ron Kiefel stung by a bee on the lip and still go with Alan McCormick on the definitive breakaway. Ron Kiefel, who lives in Boulder, sprinting with Alan McCormick. He won the 1986 Boulder stage on the final day of the race. Kiefel looking for deja vu in Boulder in 1988. Meanwhile, 7-Eleven blocking in the rear, protecting Kiefel. Wheaties Schwinn doing the same for McCormick. It would come down to a 2-up sprint. Kiefel and McCormick, two men who know each other in Boulder and ride together. A new course for the Coors Classic and high drama as Ron Kiefel, the hometown boy, arms up in victory on the CU course in Boulder, Colorado. Total 7-Eleven domination. There's the red jersey of Davis Finney coming home for third place. Finney, he went to Boulder High. He grew up here. He is the most popular American rider, and he is the overall winner of the 1988 Coors International Bicycle Classic. They used to say Finney was just a road sprinter. Now look at him. He has won this bike race. Andy Hampton in second. It's all 7-Eleven.